Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Who's joining us live on YouTube, LCM app, and I think on Facebook. And yeah, it feels so beautiful to be with you here, Anna. We just had, yeah, for those of you watching, Anna and I have been having some calls these last few weeks, and I've just been really enjoying everything you've been sharing with me, all the parables from your travels, and just like all the heart opening and yeah, it feels like David has been sharing these last few weeks since the new year. Like 2025 is the year of heart openings. And kind of leading up to the new year, like Anna and I are in a collaboration around Strawberry Fields Festival again this year. We were last year. And yeah, in the preparation of it, we were just praying about the video and what song to put underneath the video. And it was so clear that our theme song this year is Quantum Love,
Mm.
Quantum Love song. And yeah, and then just everything that you shared with me, Anna, from your travels. But I think even like when we were at the monastery together last year, that was already kind of like a, I don't know if can opener is the right word, but something kind of happened at the monastery. It felt so magical last year, and it was your first time at the Living Miracles Monastery, so it was like this vast experience, and I know your heart completely opened up there, and then you were sent on a mission to Europe, initially Spain, and and then I think Germany. Hall. You visited many countries since then, but yeah, I just felt so beautiful to come live right now with Anna and just to have you share about your experience of that. And because it feels like, when David shares 2025 is the year to open up our hearts, it's like, okay, what does that mean? It's almost like, okay, we just want to go where our heart feels like it's opening up and not judge the form of it. And so, yeah, I don't know if you want to just share a little bit of your journey from July monastery last year up to now. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel, like it's, as you say, like it's all been about the heart opening. And to me, this whole journey has been about opening up to love and seeing like this huge block that I had against love. Like in the last few days, have been like seeing like, wow, like Jesus was always there wanting to give me so much love. And I just kept saying no, no, like this is what I want to have instead. And like it's as if, like Jesus has been removing these blocks so that I can get a taste of the true love. But I feel like, as you said, like, last year in July, even during our festival, for me it was like this beautiful, beautiful experience. Like I was so happy being there, like I was so relaxed, so joyful to be with everyone there in the monastery. And I feel like, my heart was relaxing. And I feel like, in a way, like I was very tense inside. And I had like this, yeah, like something had closed down in my heart. And I feel like during this time in the monastery, I started like to relax. And in that relaxation, I feel like the spirit was like, with this gentleness, like sending all his love to me in the way that I could receive at that moment. And, we had all these collaborations. And of course, I absolutely loved the festival, Strawberry Fields Festival. And I loved it. And I loved being with everyone there and supporting.
Mm.
But I feel, yeah, like that was just the beginning. And I remember, even the day that I was traveling back to Europe, you were there in the car to take me to the airport. And I had like this feeling like, oh my God, like a part of me was nervous about this trip. Like it was like this feeling like, Jesus, do you really have me? Like, are you really there? Like, this is what you want from me? Like, really? Like, can you teach me yeah, can you help me face the lessons that I haven't been able to face
Mm.
now that I'm going to, Europe. And for me, it was like the beautiful to see how Jesus was like, yeah, there's these lessons that you need to learn. And if you couldn't face them in this way, now I'm gonna give you a different form. It's gonna be the same lessons, the same lessons, don't worry. But it will open up your heart to a deeper love. And I had like a prayer even before the trip, like long before. I had this prayer that actually since last October, I got to a point in my heart that I was like really suffering, and I could see how much suffering I was feeling with this idea that I could want something from another, another brother, sister.
Mm.
And at that point it was so painful, but I was like, I have no idea how to move through this. And it was as if it was just all pushed down, like in that moment, like, okay, I don't know how to deal with this and it's too stressful, so I'll just push it down and forget about this.
Mm.
But there was like that little splinter in my mind. And as the time was passing, yes, like I was relaxing, and Jesus was showering me with love. And then, in Spain, there were beautiful retreats. Like the first retreat for me was so heart opening, like to see how Jesus was truly guiding me. I felt, the strength of the Spirit like underneath me, and like all the hearts breaking open. And to me, that was like the greatest testimony. Some friends that attended the retreat saying, like, I feel like I've had an experience of love and now everything's different. I thought the course was like words and intellectual. And after this, I've discovered a whole new experience of God in my heart. And I'm so grateful. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, to me, that's my life's mission, like to share this love that has touched my heart and
Mm.
has transformed my heart, and like to give testimony of that love, the unconditional love of God,
Mm.
the essence, of who we are.
Yes, so beautiful because you shared with me that, yeah, you went to Spain and there were some travels there, I think with Marina, and there were some retreats with David. And yeah, I think you shared with me at some point after one of the retreats that it was just this huge, this insight in your mind of what you said, like the splinter kind of came up, like it was time to come
Yeah.
to the surface to see something. And you said that you had such a deep prayer, which I think was already there before you went. You were here in Mexico, then to the monastery, then to Europe. But your prayer underneath it was, I think, this consistent prayer of I really want to feel the real thing, and I want to let go of any stickiness in my mind, like open up to this experience of quantum love and unconditional love. And I know you had a pop through at the end of one of the retreats, and then you were sent to Germany, I think. I don't know the order of anything, but
That's
I just
the
know I
right order. Everything you've said is like perfect.
yeah,
Yes.
it was Germany, and you went to a festival there, and I don't know, because that touched me so much when you shared. I think what touched me the most is just to see how Jesus has been orchestrating everything to answer that prayer in your heart in ways that you didn't imagine and you didn't expect. It's not in the form as you thought it would be, but it's answered. And yeah, so I don't know if you want to share a little bit about
Yeah.
that, because
Like to me, that experience in the festival was so, so deep, so deep. Because I feel like the first day I got there, my mind was so open. I had no idea what this festival was, what we were gonna do, what was gonna happen. It was all in German. I don't speak German, and then there were some translations that we received, which was great. It gave me some sense. But like, I feel the experience that I felt, it was like this, it was a moment that I was eye gazing with this person, And it's as if something just blew open in my heart, and I felt so much love. And since that moment, it was like, next person would show up and we would look at each other, and it was like so much love. And it was like this overwhelming love. And I told you, I think I had a call with you the next day, like overwhelming love. And like the next person would come, and it was like this feeling like I'm meeting the love of my life in everyone that I'm seeing. I don't know, it was just so much love, like the spirit, like the Christ. And only with eye gazing, because most or several of them I couldn't communicate with, but only looking each other in the eyes, it was like a recognition of that true love, that true love.
Mm.
And for me, it was like an experience. Like at the end of this movie, The Beauty Inside, there's this scene where, this girl falls in love with the soul of this person, and the body changes every day. And I told you in the last scene, I feel like I'm in the last scene of that movie, because all these different bodies, but I was meeting my beloved,
Mm.
like the spirit. And I just kept seeing each person, and like that was like this whole experience for me. And I feel like it came also from this beautiful surrender moment, like a few days before it. I was like, okay, I am done with wanting something from someone else. Like I saw the contrast and how painful that is, and how that truly is not love, or wanting anyone to be different, or that is not the way yeah, just wanting them to be different is already, yeah, killing myself from the inside. So it was like this deep prayer. I want to let it go, and it just dropped. Like I feel like, when I spoke with David about it, he said it's like this specialness just dropped, and
Mm.
then you were ready to open up to true love. And in that festival, it was like that experience, of the true love. And like I told you, the song "Quantum Love" kept coming to my mind, because it was like this love's beyond romantic. It cannot be contained.
Mm.
It's bigger than the two of us. Dissolves walls and breaks the chains. And that's what I've been feeling. I feel like the beginning was in the festival, but like Jesus kept bringing me to that point. Like, can you see? Can you see how this love is just way beyond anything you thought it was?
Mm.
Like in tears, like tears and tears and tears. Like I had no idea. I've been so wrong. I've been searching, in all these places. It was like, again, that feeling. I've been searching in all these places, and
Mm.
here you were all along, and I just couldn't see it. So it's been like from this place of surrender and humbleness, and like, yeah, like going through a dismantling, like now, like allowing all this love that wanted to be given,
Mm.
seeing how me wanting something from another was a defense. That
Right.
was defense. And I thought that was the answer at that point. And then when I saw it like clearly, it was like, wow, I've been defending from love?
Right. He's not withholding anything. It's like,
No.
I just remember I had the call with you that next day and even days after. And I think I shared you say, wow, Anna looks like Mother Mary or something. Like you just had such a glow.
Mm,
You still wear that glow. Like I see it right now. It's such a soft glow that's coming from the heart
mm,
that just wants to be extended, like you were sharing now. Like you had some restful days now. You're in the UK right now. You had some time to rest and kind of settle a little bit. And now you feel like, oh, actually, now it's time to extend this love again that I feel in my heart. I want you to use me or come through me in whatever way that's going to help keep my heart open. And yeah, I just thought it was so beautiful the way you said that, like just meeting the beloved in everyone. I'm seeing my beloved in everyone, and it feels so authentic. when you shared it then and when you share it now. Like it's such an authentic experience of that quantum love song. It's more than just a song. It's like
Oh my God. It's
it's
an
physical.
experience.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really
beautiful.
feels like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. I feel that like yeah, like I said, like 2025. I mean, it's always been the point to open up our hearts, but just that it's emphasized right now in so many ways. And we were also talking a little bit about the music. Eric's gonna come on in a little bit to share a song with us live, and but yeah, even with that, like everything can be used to open up the heart. For you, it was okay coming to the monastery, helping with strawberry, then all the collaborations that were coming in for that, then traveling, events. Events has been a nice backdrop that
Mm.
keeps coming back, and then meeting so many people, and then also the music. I know that you have a big passion for the music too, just to immerse with it and to just kind of be in the experience of what it has to offer. And I think that's what it's been for me, especially recently. The emphasis is so much on what will open up your heart. So it's the same with the music. I feel like it's such a beautiful vehicle that the spirit can use to open up our heart, because it is like you were saying at the German festival, you were just eye gazing. There wasn't any it wasn't through verbal communication. There was communication, but it wasn't verbal. It was like an energy or like a connection. And then I think the same is with music for all of us. I think, I mean, that's something the whole planet. And Dave was talking about aliens. Other planets. It's like it doesn't matter. It's universal. I remember that Star Trek episode we watched. Did you watch that, the Monastery? We watched the Star Trek episode. I can't remember the title of it, but it's a newer episode where all the Star Trek crew on the ship, they come towards this planet and they start. It's like a different frequency, and it's all communicated through music. Like it wants to communicate in a higher frequency,
Yes, yes, yes.
music, and then the whole crew starts to burst out into song, and they're starting to express their feelings in song and exposing their private thoughts in song, and but ultimately really opening up the heart and connect in the song. And so I think the song is so much more than what we think it is, but the music can be used as a vehicle to support that heart opening. And yeah, I feel that that's what it's been for me, and I know it's been for you too. Like the music just touches so directly and so deeply beyond the language, the words necessarily.
Mm. Yes. I feel like songs were like playing such an important time, a part in this time because, I remember listening to Quantum Love and bursting out in tears, like seeing like the truth ringing through every line, like the experience I was in. And, it's like I had no idea, and like crying and crying and crying, like at the recognition, like I've heard this song many times. I've sang it. We've done it for years. And of course, I always loved it. And there were moments where I really connected with it. And I feel like now it's like the experience is deeper. I'm sure there's can go so much deeper.
Mm,
But it was like Jesus brought me like again to this deeper feeling of experiencing this song. And like that was very big moment for me. And also I remember one morning Bern was singing, my friend, he's doing some songs and singing, and he started playing one of his songs. He was gonna record it, and it was like the same message, and I was just crying and crying hearing him in the other room. you know like I've been so mistaken. Like,
mm,
thank you for showing me the truth.
mm,
Thank you.
mm. Yeah, it's beautiful. I remember we spoke about it too. Friends of ours, Manuel and Ana, they're ministers with us, and they were. at Strawberry last year, and I remember we opened up Strawberry with the morning session, and with Rise, we did a song and then handed it over to David and Jason. But even in the first song, when we started playing music there, I remember looking over at Manuel and he just bursted into tears. He went into this deep experience, and yeah, he shared it many times. It was so deep for him. Just the music, just it just like immediately opened him up for everything that was gonna come. Even in those 3 days, he was just like beautiful heart opening. And I'm hoping to have Manuel and Anna live at some point too, that they can share themselves even about their experience just with the music. And he said afterwards, months later, he said it's a higher form of communication. He said something happens in the frequency, so it's like just opens me up. And yeah, I know that for myself too. And even coming to Strawberry in 2018 was my first time, and it's like, oh my god, the music drew me in actually, very very much. The music of all the musicians at the time, and yes, yes, oh, I'm so grateful, Anna, you're sharing all of this, and
Mm,
such a deep experience, and just even the trust that the Holy Spirit will provide all the means for us to open up our hearts. And
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. And I
yeah,
didn't tell you, but even when we were talking that last grupo we had for the Strawberry Fields Festival, there was this moment where we were just talking and I just felt this overwhelming love and like this feeling like, oh my God, this festival has only been created so that I can open my heart.
mm,
And like my eyes were full of tears, like, oh my God, this is the only reason why it's here. It's just so that I can open my heart. And he's like, I don't know, like moving all the form just to help me, just to help so that my mind can receive this message of love, to, receive him in my heart in a deeper way. So it's just so much gratitude,
mm,
seeing the perfection of his plan, like
mm,
perfection, like every movement, every day, like there was not one moment that was out of place.
mm.
That's the feeling that I've been having. And not only now, but all the years before, like,
Yeah,
it just feels like this time of just receiving all the fruits,
mm,
the devotion and the prayer to
yeah,
open up our hearts.
yeah. No, and you can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. You can't look back because the ego will look back with you. It's like, no, everything was perfect. Everything is perfect. The Holy Spirit has orchestrated everything for me
Mm.
to open up to this experience. And I think that's kind of the invitation that we always want to share, whether it's joining a live stream or coming to an event, if that's what the heart is calling for. It's just seeing where is my heart leading me into, where are you leading me, Spirit, to open up my heart? What will help me in this moment? Even if it's just being with an idea in my mind, or there's an action component to it. And yeah, and I know Eric. Maybe we can call Eric on
Mhm.
point. I know Eric's backstage. He's waiting to be called on, but yeah, because Eric's had many songs come through from the Spirit, and so many downloads, and it's been a huge backdrop for both me and Eric. I feel, with music coming through directly, like all the lyrics, and it's always a message for us. Whatever the songs might be, it's a song for us. It's an answer to a prayer that we have in that moment. Is being answered right away, and then it just gets extended, like the miracle just ripples out. And there's a yeah, I know with Eric's music, it's always touched me very deeply actually, and it still does. And I think he's gonna share a song if he's gonna
Yeah.
appear here on the screen. We don't see you yet, Eric. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Like
Hey.
somewhere backstage.
I was just waiting for the right moment to make my entrance.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I really feel that with the music that has come through you over all these years, and even recently new songs. And I think it's still, even right before the live, you were playing something. I think you were just improvising, but I was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. Like it just touched me already.
Mm,
And yeah, so it just feels really good to have you here with us while we're talking about this, because it is an experience with the music. And yeah, I'd love for you. I don't know if you want to share anything, and I know you're going to share a beautiful song with us too, but
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just with the improvisation, I love that because that feels like when I'm improvising, I feel like I'm not really censoring myself. I'm just saying whatever words come to me, and I feel more and more they're kind of just given like words that help remind me of our purpose with forgiveness. And yeah, I just feel really, especially today, I feel inspired because it's funny. Today, Trump got inaugurated as the president of the U.S., which I think is like the start of a new era of just like deep forgiveness opportunities. Like it feels kind of like a lot may be happening in the U.S. and in the world, and but I feel excited. Like I feel like yeah, it's calling us all to go even deeper in our mind and really see the innocence in everybody. And I feel like music is just a vehicle for me to practice that because when I'm in the flow with music, I feel like I'm in that purpose. I'm resting in that purpose. It's not intellectual so much. It's just a heartfelt experience. And so, yeah, yeah, I feel really grateful today to be joining with you guys and talking about this.
Yeah. And you're going to be at Strawberry and sharing some of your songs and everything.
Uh-huh. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there and sharing all the songs from my latest album and
Yeah.
maybe some new songs will have come through by then. And
Nice.
yeah, we got some new albums in the works that are gonna come out hopefully before Strawberry. So I feel like music is just in the mind in a really prominent
Yeah.
way right now.
It's like the melodies are just pouring through.
Yeah,
Pouring through.
yeah, 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 yeah. Jesus is using the music in a big way right now for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're ready, I'd love to invite you to
Yeah.
share a song, and we can just all sink in together and then close our live. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You guys were talking about Quantum Love so much. I was like, oh, maybe I should play that one. That's such a beautiful song. But I have this other one in mind that was on my album, No Matter What I Do, and it's kind of a song to Jesus to thank him and for the love the unconditional love that really whatever we seem to do or not do, it doesn't really change God's love for us. And so yeah, I'll put myself on the screen here and then go into that. I need to relax. I feel like I've been running too fast. Hit a wall and then I started to crack. Can I trust? Will you still have my back? You are love, and I know you've given me all of you. Now there's only one thing left to do. I must give all of me to you. I am indebted to you, oh Jesus. You gave me a whole different view of my life, and I'm trying hard now to believe what you say is true. That you love me no matter what I do. I'm just here to heal and feel what I've been too afraid to feel. You love me more than I'll ever know. In your heart I'll finally let go. I am in Jesus, you gave me a whole different view of my life, and now I'm learning to trust and to believe what you say is true. That you love me no matter what I do, that you love me just as I am, and you trust me to follow your plan, that you'll pick me up if I fall, and remind me that I have a call, and you'll guide me until I'm back home, and remind me I'm never alone. I am indebted to you, oh Jesus. You gave me a whole different view of my life, and I'm learning to trust and to believe what you say is true. Yes, I'm learning to trust and to believe. I am indebted to you, Jesus. You gave me a whole different view of my life, and I'm learning to trust and to believe what you say is true. Yes, I'm learning to trust and to believe what you say is true. That you love me no matter what I do.
So beautiful. So nice to hear you sing again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's so nice that just that lesson. Just every time I sing it, it's like reminds me, like, yeah, I really can't mess it up. Like, I can't. There's nothing I could do that would mess up my salvation, if you will. It's guaranteed. Jesus loves us unconditionally.
If I just go into this silent space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you, Eric. I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
maybe I'll leave you guys if you're gonna talk about a few more things.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Eric.
Yeah, yeah. Love you all.
Love you. Yeah, that's it. It's like it's just an experience. Mm. It's like even what you said, Anna, at the very beginning, like you said just to relax. That was kind of the first thing that you heard. Like it's just can just relax. And I think that's what we all want. And yeah, and just even with strawberry coming up this year, it's gonna be another 3 days at the monastery. It's so gorgeous there. Like just feel like even if there's nothing happening, it's just there is nothing happening in reality, but it's the whole song. It's nothing to get hung about. But yeah, no, this the vastness of that and just to relax and feel just to be. You can just be and I don't know, almost like just let this experience come over you and through you and yeah, you will be there. I will
Mm.
be there. Eric will be there. Rise will be there. I think we'll probably have some other friend musicians maybe share some music too, because we've got a lot of friends that are into music and just have beautiful songs to share from their hearts. And David's gonna be there, and yeah, I think it's just gonna be another beautiful quantum love
Yeah.
invitation. It is, and an experience, and yeah.
Yeah, I really feel it's gonna be, like the same about experiencing this love and the joy and like the softness. Like I feel like the monastery is such a nurturing place, like silence and all this beauty around you, and like all these friends, all these friends from around the world that
Mm,
have the same calling of your heart, and just being together is such a massive gift.
mm,
So yeah,
yeah,
everything just to open our hearts.
yeah. Everything just to open our hearts. That's beautiful. Yeah. So we can close on that. That feels beautiful. So yeah, thank you everyone who've been joining. Thank you so much, Anna. I'm so
Thank
grateful
you.
we got to share this
Yeah,
together and
thank you.
you to
Thank
share
you for
them.
having me.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. So for those of you who want to join us, it's May 30 till June 1st this year. It's going to be a little bit cooler than yet. Last year I think we were in a heat wave last year.
Yes.
It's perfect
Really
too.
that hot.
Yeah. This year it's going to be in spring instead of in midsummer. So yeah, for those of you who feel to come out to the monastery and just be with us and celebrate this, be in this experience during those days, you are so welcome and so invited. And yeah, I think the link is in the description. And yeah, so just sending all our love, and
Yes.
what an honor to share this with you, Anna, and
Thank you.
collaborate again.
Glowing and sharing all this love.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone. Thank you.
thank you. Okay,
Bye.
everyone. Bye. Mm.